So, hi guys, it's Costunes. Today I wanted to do something a little different. I didn't feel like doing a controversial opinions or a ranking video. I just wanted to sit down and talk about coasters that I like to look at with my eyeballs. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to just be talking about coasters that I think are beautiful. If you don't agree, that's fine. Just don't be mean about it in the comments. So yes, for once we will be looking on the bright side. Enjoy it, because I don't do it very often. Oh, and for those of you that are wondering about coasters that I think are ugly, don't worry, I have a whole nother list for that. If you guys want to see that, then just tell me in the comments. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. I think this one was kind of obvious, so I wanted to get it out of the way. Everything about this coaster is visually stunning. The first drop is huge. The color scheme is just gorgeous. The entrance plaza is one of my favorites, and it just looks so good. I wish all the Giga coasters looked this good. Millennium Force's supports are just too cluttered, and Leviathan's color scheme just makes me want to vomit. Blech. Intimidator 305 is really only the other Giga that is stomachable. The only downside is the color scheme. The red isn't the problem. I actually kind of like the red. It's the yellow that just doesn't work. Red and yellow isn't a great combination to begin with, and on top of that, the yellow just looks like pee. The color scheme is really the only downside though. I like the supports and the first hill going under the drop, but back to Fury. When it comes to looks and roller coasters, the general rule of thumb is that bigger means better or more beautifuler. Fury is a great example of this in my opinion, and is the best looking coaster on the planet. This is the best looking RMC, and I don't think anything will change my mind. I even think this looks better than Iron Gwazi, and if you know me, you know I love purple roller coasters. This is just another example of how bigger means better. Everything is just big, and unlike other RMCs, it doesn't ever fade into smaller elements as the ride goes on. It makes for this absolutely massive structure that is just pure eye candy. On top of that, the color scheme is really good. I like it when RMCs do white support structures. It makes the track pop a lot more, and with the sky blue eye box track, it creates a combination that is just so visually appealing. It just looks so good. This is a really good looking coaster, both visually and ride-wise. I've heard nothing but rave reviews from everyone that's ridden it, and I hope to one day be able to ride it myself. Now I did just say Hakuga is the best looking RMC, but that doesn't mean all the other RMCs look bad. In fact, I think Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster is another really good looking coaster. This is one of the two RMC Raptors that have been built, and in my opinion, this is the better looking of the two. For some reason, I just don't like the annoying orange color of Railblazer. Now I have heard the argument that this looks like a French fry. And guys, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Just because it's skinny and yellow doesn't make it a French fry. It's got red supports, so maybe a McDonald's theme, but not a French fry. But back to the coaster. Just look at how beautifully it flows on the track. It's so fast and smooth as glass. It legitimately looks like a cartoon. I could just watch it all day and I wouldn't feel bad in the slightest. Okay, that was a lie. I would actually want to ride it, but you get what I'm saying. This coaster is really pretty, and I don't understand the people that don't think so. Mako kind of plays into that whole bigger is better like Fury, except here there's a lot of more variables making it pretty. Its size certainly helps, but if it's not the tallest coaster with a lift hill, then there needs to be some other variables. In Mako's case, there are a lot. Something that I think people really overlook are their trains on Mako. These have the shark design on the front of them that just looks so good. It beats out Iron Gwazi's crocodile head by a mile. It just looks so sleek and elegant. It's probably one of my favorite trains out there, and it's not just the trains that look good. It also has one of the best color schemes on the coaster. I don't know about you guys, but I love a good purple color scheme. I just eat that up for breakfast, and Mako has one of the best. The last thing that makes this coaster so pretty is the lake that surrounds it. The coaster's layout is built around this lake, and it looks really good. I know this is a hot take, but I actually think it looks better than Manta in the same park, and that is one photogenic coaster. Remember how I said Fury was the best looking coaster? Well, I do stand by that. However, if we're talking about my personal favorite looking coaster, like with personal bias, then it's got to be the Incredible Hulk. I kind of just have bias for this coaster in general because it was my first real big coaster and it was my first B&M. But you have to admit, this is one good looking ride. Like Mako, it has a great setting near a lake. However, this time it is directly over the lake the entire time. Couple that with a great pure green color scheme that I just can't get enough of, and the massive inversions at the beginning, especially that Cobra roll and the wonderful B&M roar that could be theming by itself depending on how you look at it. This is my favorite looking coaster in the world, and although my judgment might not completely be fair, I still really like it, and you'd be hard pressed to find a coaster that I think looks better. If you guys have stuck around this far, then all I can really say is thank you. If you liked the video, then give it a thumbs up. It can't hurt. And if you loved it, then consider subscribing. Don't forget to comment down below if you want to follow a video about those ugly coasters. I've been Coastuned, and I'm signing off.